Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Throwing first play is Lance. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 6 catches, 94 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
To throw again on second down. Lance, his throw incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back to throw. Russell. And that is incomplete. The Ravens at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake. Russell. Across the formation, he finds Ruckert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off the bootleg. Russell. Got a man, it's caught. for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Ruckert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Lance. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
On second down, they'll run it here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Russell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
His pass complete to Ruckert. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Once again, Ruckert. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Russell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jeremy Ruckert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Lance now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Russell. That's caught left side. Ruckert with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Russell buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut. Ball was delivered and picked up the completion.
Working from the gun, Lance. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Again, it's Lance. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Dancing to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available. Because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Russell. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off play action. Russell. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 4th down, Russell. Forced out, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Ready. 52 Blue. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's Lance. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Russell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Another touchdown through the air for them and for this rookie. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's got a man, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Russell steps away. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Off play action. Russell sliding out of the pocket. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 29, Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lance going to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Lance now on first down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. But in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not. Going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored a
fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well.